This is an interesting outfit right here, man. What's going on? How you doing? Doing good? Oh, you can't talk? So you just dressed like a tree?
Giving you a double whammy for you.
So I was a young girl. I was like 18, 19, didn't know what I was going to do, and I joined Public Allies. It's through AmeriCorps, like I mentioned, and it's a phenomenal.
And by the end of this year, we'll have $1 billion market.
Oh wow!
My favorite strains is Purple Haze and Sour
Purple Haze, Sour Diesel. That's an old school name, though.
Those are old school. That's how old I am.
They got whole different.
Yeah.
In the shape of the police shield. And actually that number is higher now. That number is actually closer to 200,000 consumers here in the state of Delaware.
Hey, welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm coming to you from Ronnie Square, Wilmington, Delaware. Alright. So this video gonna be about a rally going on right now. See all these people out there? They trying to protest for marijuana legalization. Alright. That's what's going on over there. So we're gonna go over there, meet a couple people, talk to a couple people, and see what's going on, get to know more about this situation. How you doing, buddy? What's going on here?
I don't know. I'm just walking by.
You just walking by?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Bring it up. We want to thank you for staying out here cold. Like I said, we have some warm, free food at a warm restaurant. If you don't have the address, come see me, okay? And we're going to pull the raffle. If you need, and James are going to pull the raffle here.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're pulling 5 of them, Tiff.
First one.
All right. The last number ended with 503. 503.
You the organizer.
If y'all got your ticket, look at your ticket, the blue ticket.
We're
It
going to
ends
after
in the number 503. So it's 5419 503.
All right. Group photo.
Okay. Maybe that person left.
We'll move on.
All right.
Photo.
I came in a little late, guys, but everybody out there doing a group photo of what?
One more. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right, the next raffle ticket is 5419512. Ended with 512.
So you touch that so I
Can I
can
say
say
what's up
thank
there,
you.
dog?
He's
Hey,
a
thank you.
Chesapeake Bay Retriever.
Oh yeah? How old? 2? How big is you gonna get? That's it right
That's
there?
it, that's his big.
Next
You might
one.
pull out a little.
Oh, yeah?
Is pull another one out there.
So what's going on here?
It's a weed
Make sure you're
barrel.
looking at your
You
raffle
ready?
ticket. This number ends with
What's the rally about?
506.
To legalize that?
506.
It is legal.
All right, come up
To,
right there. There you go.
we want
Okay.
home grow.
Yeah, want to go out
Congratulations.
Yeah, we want
All right,
home grow
next.
and
The next one is ended with
the way
519.
that they're treating people.
519.
The cops are treating people, a bunch of other stuff. I didn't listen to
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Anybody got
How long
519?
you been smoking for?
You got one.
Okay.
Sorry?
All right, let's
How
try
long you
another
been
one.
smoking?
Where you putting this on social media? I'm
Yeah, you
4 years old.
All right, the
Longer
next
than
one
you've
ended
been
with
alive.
524. 524. Ended with 524. Anybody? Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah.
This a service dog? Can I pet him?
We're gonna sit him with Dill. Say down this way.
Hey,
All right, guys. Thank you for coming out.
Jason?
Jade.
Oh, Jaden? How old?
She's 3.
International.
I want a dog like that, bro.
Free
Well, tell me what's going on here.
So just here's
Bring your lighter.
Oh, what?
For a normal,
Normal.
yeah, National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Law
Oh, yeah?
from Philadelphia.
Oh, you're from Philly?
Yeah,
And you came all the way down.
yeah, they're friends.
Oh, your friend, your kind of support?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. Where you got your flag from? That's pretty cool.
Amazon and print shop.
Yeah.
And
Oh, this your organization right here?
yeah, normal.
Can you Hey, man. See, I can. All right. Hey, guys, say what's up with Jeff, man. How you doing, Jeff?
What's up?
Everything good?
Yo.
What got you out here, man? A little bit cold, man. You out here with a
down here in
flag.
Delaware. Our friends Delcam invited us to their rally today here in Wilmington. We're here to talk about the still continuous prohibition in Delaware. There's still no home grow and there's still no active recreational dispensaries apparently. I'm here from Pennsylvania where we have no legal protection at all, and we only have a really crappy medical program.
But medical is legal though, right?
No, medical
in Delaware.
It's prescription, it's provided, and there's a lot of holes in it. There's no DUI protection. Like that gentleman got arrested and he was a patient, you know, there's still a lot of discrimination, you know.
Oh, so people, even though you still have the car, you still can be arrested? Statewide or federal?
Both.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So what's this gonna do right here? What you're trying to prove?
Well, we're trying to rally the troops for legalization and to promote. I think your thing went off.
You good?
I think the promote further legalization and further the rally to the community to get involved, because it's the community getting involved, change the laws, you know, getting the legislators' opinions and as them being the constituents.
All right. So all right, it's Joe Biden last couple days in office, right? You want anything from him when it comes to the law?
He could stop partying turkeys and people, you know. That would be really nice. You know? And get some people some pardons, you know, and let everybody out of jail.
From marijuana and you?
Yeah, everybody should be out of jail for, you know, their cannabis convictions, you know. Like, it's ridiculous.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get to know more. Thanks for talking to me, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good one.
Shout out to the Eagles. Go Eagles, man. We need a ring.
Action. Follow us at monconormal.org and monconormal on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, man. Y'all came ready too with the flag and everything. Plug yourself, bro. That's your family, right?
No, it's a buddy of mine.
A buddy of yours?
All right, it's good. Yep. I think it's a good cause, you know, everything. You know, cannabis is definitely a plant that should be legal. It's a plant like any other. It grows out of the ground. It's natural. I think it would be a really good sort of medicine for a lot of different things like pain.
Yeah, people should not go to jail, right?
People should not go to jail for a plant.
I feel you, man. Nice dog, buddy.
It's Jade.
Oh wow. All right, thank you, man.
Thanks.
What's your own?
Instagram, follow me at Jonathan Medina _.
All right, thank you. Hey, this is an interesting outfit right here, man. What's going on? How you doing? Doing good? Oh, you can't talk? So you just dressed like a tree?
His name's Hempy.
The way you looked at me after I asked the question, felt like.
All right. He said 1 second, so we're gonna find out more. He said, what's his name is?
Hempy.
Hempy?
Hempy.
Oh yeah.
He's Hempy.
What?
Sorry, I wants to do an interview.
So what's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. He got your attention.
James.
James, how you doing, Mr. James?
Not bad.
So what's going on with the
This is Hempy.
The Hempy?
This is Delaware Normal and actually also kind of wheat stock as well as their mascot. Let me turn around real quick, Hempy. Let me see right there, DelawareNormal.org.
DelawareNormal.org.
That's the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, and it's Delaware's chapter of that. So I've been here, I think, in this state for just about a decade or more now. Yeah, you know, much like with DCAN, they've been, you know, behind a lot of legislative fights for cannabis legalization, and you know, he pops around and just like cannabis does, makes everybody smile.
So you're just based in the Wilmington area, or?
No, we're all over the state.
All over the
all
state?
Over the state.
It's the first time I've ever seen.
First time you ever seen Happy?
We just humbly ask that you please don't set our friend on fire because he's not in fact smokable.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
Happy's just the leaf, not the flower.
Yeah, just the leaf, just not flower, man. So how long? You said 10 years the organization been going on, right?
Hey, Sid, how long has Delaware Normal been established?
She got a dog.
I think 2013. I can't remember when it was. Delaware Normal established, but
that's the.
Cynthia here is actually the one who started Delaware.
Oh, she the one that started Delaware?
I started in 2013.
2013. Yep.
Oh yeah. All right, can you stand right here? Why you started? What was the reason behind it?
I'm 64 years old. I don't want to be on TikTok.
You don't want to be on It's alright. She don't want to be on camera.
She's Mama Wee.
I just don't want to be on picture. You better stop.
Hey guys, I'm back with Cynthia. She a little worried. She thought this video gonna be on TikTok, but no, we're gonna.
TikTok.
Yeah, they don't do TikTok. They do YouTube. So we back. So tell me about your organization.
Well, this is a bunch of organizations. Our organization is Delaware Normal. Normal is the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, and it's been around since 1970.
Oh wow, 1970.
So it's a long, well-established cannabis advocacy group. And we started a chapter of Normal National, Delaware Normal, in March of 2013.
Oh wow.
So over 10 years.
And then from that came Delaware Advocacy
Network.
Yeah, Advocacy Network, and a few other organizations.
Right. So any politician here today to support your cause?
Say?
Any politician came through to support what you got?
Yeah, sure. There was a politician who was here tonight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Kira
Kira
Hoffner. She's a senator. She's a Delaware State senator. She came up and spoke.
Oh, that's pretty
And
good.
we had, obviously, to get marijuana legalized, we had to have somebody on our side because they had to submit amendments and legislation that could get voted on and make it legal. But you know it's legal in Delaware, right?
I know, I think medical-wise, I know it's legal.
It's legal in Delaware. They
Recreation
can't.
as well.
Yeah, you can carry an ounce of pot around with you.
Oh, I didn't know
No
that.
problem with this right here.
You just can't smoke it in public.
You just can smoke it.
No,
All
but
right.
you can smoke it at your friends. You can smoke it in your house. You can carry it in your car. You can't smoke it in your car, but it's legal.
It's legal. All right, now we know. Delaware, go ahead, man. Thank you. You got like a link that you want to tell the people?
Turn around.
Right there.
DelawareNormal.org.
DelawareNormal.org, all right? All right, thank you for talking to me.
Sure thing.
We still here celebrating the legalization of marijuana in Delaware, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. You saw the last video we are out there riding, but it's the after party, right? That's what got going on here, man. Me, Mr. Hassan, man. He's
How you doing? What's going on? My name Hassan, owner of By Any Means Medical. It's a mixture of cannabis education and procurement. Got a physical store, have an online store, byanymeansmedical.com. Do events like comedy and cannabis. That way people can get comfortable being in settings like this and using cannabis like they use alcohol, you know what I mean, and not feel like you got a hot box in the car or feel ostracized while you're just doing what regular people do, you know what I mean? I don't know, I guess we'll go a little more.
little bit more. All right, we're going to get back to you, right?
Yeah.
You already know who she is, guys.
Hi, everybody. Tangerine Johnson, just in case you don't know.
So, you don't want to tell me about the organization, right? What was going on, right?
Right.
So, how long this program been going on in Delaware?
About like 10 years. This like the Delaware Normal and Delaware Can, they've been fighting for the legalization for like 10 years. So I know I've been part of the organization for about 5.
But repeal day was like 2 years, right?
Well, how
Or is
many
it
years
4?
I've been? No, 5.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
5 years for the repeal day. And it's crazy because even though they like legalized cannabis here and then they just opened up licensing, they got the social equity program. That shit a scam. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm gonna keep it the fuck real. I don't throw in that joint, man. And nobody paid. Like, what industry in the United States do you enter into a lottery to be in? You don't do it in the trucking industry. You don't do it in medicine. Like, if you want to be a doctor, you go to school for what you know what I mean? You educate yourself, you know what I mean? So, excuse me. You know, the things that, you know, you know, they ask of you in this in this industry, and then the fact that, you know, they're still policing it, like, it's a dangerous.
Well, I heard it's pretty much legal, right? But a same amount of ounce or something that you allowed to travel with?
Yeah.
You still get in trouble with that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can have an eighth, 2 eighths, and the officer could charge you with possession with intent to deliver.
Oh, wow.
It's up to the officer, and they be like they don't know. You know what I mean? But you know, it's sad. You know what I mean? Because like I'm finally thankful to be part of an industry that, you know, I could call an industry instead of like what I used to do. You know what I mean? Knowing, like, it's funny, like a couple days ago, I'm getting my son dressed for school, and I'm like, yo, you almost up to my chest. I said, when you get as big as me, what you gonna do, beat daddy up? And he said, no, I'm gonna help you with your business. And to know that, you know, is like, you know, I'm not watching El Chapo where they inherited cartels. Somebody he can really inherit an industry, you know what I mean? Something that could really help his children and things of that nature. If he's allowed to have the same opportunity that everybody else does. You understand what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna ask you, right? You part of the marijuana church, right? Is that the same concept? Or?
Of course it is. Everybody's here to try to make sure everyone can legally obtain marijuana. Hopefully we'll be able to grow it ourselves, so we'll have to stop purchasing from high amounts of people in other industries, but not our local people keep it, you know, nice for us in the community, but at the same time, you know how it is. The legal industry, it's over the top. If you want the good stuff, and that's that.
So how many years your organization been going on for? Your program?
By any means medical, let me see. I like, I came on, like, I've been on this since like 2015. I like really started getting it together. Like when I came home in 2015, I just started going out Oregon, the farms, Cali, labs, like every part of the industry, like every part, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Washington, and building relationships and learning different things, and then being in different communities. It was like a while ago when I like looked at cannabis a whole different way. You know what I mean? It like took a minute for like my vision to see it like, oh, this really helped people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So I'm gonna ask you, when you first started, right? When you came in, when you first started, how far do you see any growth with your organization? Like,
yeah, definitely.
So what's the end game to, like, where you trying to be at?
I'm trying to go federal. Like, anybody that really know me, like, I'm trying to go, I'm excuse me, somewhat working on a franchise because I have another location, and I want to see them like Rite Aids. But the thing that I do like in the store is I'd rather be the Jeff Bezos of this thing instead of like the Nike, meaning like the Amazon. So if you have products, if you make products, and you want to be able to, you know, have a platform to present them on in a network, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we deliver, we take credit, debit, you know, and then I don't like to use the word employee, so I partner with people in the community. You know what I mean? Like, It's like almost like the FUBU slogan, for us, by us, because it's us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what you're saying.
Through this, I was able to establish like, what's that, workman's compensation, unemployment, and illegal payroll in 2 states. You know what I mean? During the pandemic. Like, you know, and like we in Delaware now, they still haven't figured out a structure for employment and shit like that. They still wondering where's the money for minorities to get in. We don't really need no money. We don't really need no money.
Yeah. Just need freedom to be able to.
Man, we don't need no money. Tell me the cost of the license, but make it fair. You know what I'm saying? Make it fair.
Yeah, for everybody. Cause
make it fair. You know what I mean?
It seems like now the big corporation coming in. You know what I mean? Like, well, people been struggling for years, right? If you think about it. If you look at all the corner stores that have marijuana shop, right, it's always big corporation. It's never the people that actually fought and did time that actually own this shop. So how y'all gonna change that to make it your own?
Well, I'ma keep doing what I'm doing with me myself. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like it's funny. I was just watching what's that shit? Boardwalk Empire. So that was like reminiscent of what people had to go through for the alcohol prohibition. It's the same thing, you know what I mean? You just want to come out like a Kennedy on the other end, you know what I mean? Without getting your top blown off, you know what I mean? That's my bad, I ain't mean to say it like that. Man. You know what I mean? But it's wicked out there because you actually in an industry that don't have no rules, but you try to live by rules. You try to establish some type of, you know what I mean, type of structure, you know what I mean? But one thing I can say is like with this, I'm thankful. Like I've been able to like really like help a lot of people, help me like navigate through this journey. Like I don't know, it's like doing the comedy shows, I wanted to have somewhere. It's funny, like I do them like every Sunday, and it's like I wanted to do something where as though it's a lot of truth in a joke, people laugh at other people's pain. And when we smoking, we all really relate anyway. I ain't never seen people smoke, then go out and just get the rumbling.
Nah,
like, you know what I mean?
Different.
They don't, it be different.
You should have alcohol took it to the next level.
Right.
Most of the fight I ever seen is all alcohol, so I understand what you're coming from.
Right, so I was looking for something that like, you know, bring people together, and it was like, you know, I didn't want to do the rump shaker, twerk type situation that bring the parking lot popping and all that on. So I said, comedy and cannabis. Comedy.
Put them both together.
And
so do I see like a storefront, like a establishment?
Yeah, guy's storefront, right? A couple blocks away from here.
Tell them how they can find you.
305 West 7th Street, Wilmington, Delaware, by any means, medical smoke shop and stuff. Or you could go by Tano and Norta, 104 West Wyoming in Philadelphia. We deliver. You could tap in at 323-529-3334. You know what I mean? Deliver, like I said, take credit, debit, wholesale,
everything.
Retail. We ship with insurance. We're just being played at. I really don't. Hey man, listen, we ship with insurance. Yeah, we insure the pack, all that. You know what I mean? Straight from the farm, so you don't got to worry about
fresh product.
Yeah, all that nonsense and everything. And thank you for this.
You're welcome, man. Thank her. She the one to introduce.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Thank you. Like, you know what I mean?
But look, listen, guys.
I want to interject something before you close this.
No, we ain't closing.
Okay.
If you want fun information for any of these people, like go be on this interview, even them too, look in the description, guys. They're gonna be there. All the information gonna be there. All right. Go ahead.
And I wanted to say that by any means medical. When he does his cannabis and comedy, a lot of people need to understand that cannabis, for one, is a healing situation there. But then laughter is also healing. So he's giving you a double whammy for yourself. You're smoking your cannabis or eating it, however you intake it, and then you're laughing at these jokes. It's a healing situation altogether. I just wanted to add that.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, all right?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, it's over.
Hey guys, we still here having a good time. Everybody over here having lunch right now, right?
Yes.
And Miss Vanity.
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself, Vanity, and
Sure,
tell the people what you do?
Yes, I'm Vanity. What I do, I really enjoy spreading joy in the community. My name is Vanity, so I really feel like my purpose is to bring out the vein in people and to celebrate them, you know? And I also take a lot of pride in just being my authentic self. And that also inspires even myself and other people just to be themselves, you know? And I'm really grateful to be here. Shout out to Zoe Bachel. She is the director of Delaware Cannabis Advocacy Network. And everything she's doing, I really stand by genuine people. She's the same person behind closed doors, in front of everyone. She's authentic. I love, you know, she's authentic. She's real, and I love her mission of what she's doing to reform the cannabis, the whole industry in Delaware, you know? And besides even, you know, the reform and everything, I just really appreciate, well, it's actually part of the reform, but I really appreciate the community aspect of just all the efforts that everyone's doing. And everyone here has really made a difference, so.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, all right, apart from knowing her, right?
Yeah.
What's your, what you do within the organization? Like,
Okay. So currently I work at a community development corporation called Westside Grows Together. It's underneath Cornerstone West CDC. And my official title is Community Development Manager. Lately I'm really obsessed with creating micro events in the community. I just actually left one. We had an event on 2nd and Van Buren called the Season of Giving. It was a multi-organizational event. We gave out free food, hundreds of items, free food, winter items, coats, diapers, formula, resources. So it felt so amazing. So after, I couldn't attend the rally today, but right after, I actually came here with a DJ. His name is DJ Anthony.
DJ Anthony, shout out DJ Anthony.
Shout out to DJ Anthony.
All right, so what got you into the community organization thing? Like how you started? Like where you started from? Yeah.
Okay, so even aside from like Westside Grows Together and stuff, I do my own community initiatives as well. And one of my organizations is called Spark Greatness Together. So it's similar to the work I do at Westside Grows Together, yet it's more broad. It's for, you know, Westside Grows Together is mainly for Wilmington, Delaware. But yeah, Spark Greatness Together, but you know, honing in on what you said, my bad. What I do is
how you got started.
Oh, how I got started. Okay, I started out. I was a public ally through AmeriCorps back in 2011. So I was a young girl. I was like 18, 19, didn't know what I was going to do, and I joined Public Allies. It's through AmeriCorps, like I mentioned, and it's a phenomenal program if you want to get into giving back to the community and just really understand the nonprofit world. So I started doing that.
And that lead you on to your current position right now, right?
Yeah, and I was a volunteer firefighter before. It was for a short amount of time, but in Middletown, Delaware. But I really enjoyed the experience. I went through like basic firefighter training, you know, it felt really good. So even prior to that, I have been involved in the community. I was involved with like Salvation Army, ringing the bell when I was like, 15? Very active in my church when I was a churchgoer. But yeah,
You was a churchgoer.
Yeah.
What happened?
When I was.
You don't do that no more?
No, I mean, church to me is like how we're in the community. That's church for me. So I had to just change. I still appreciate church, but my church is like helping out people folks, you know? Yeah.
So now you end up over here with all these people having a good time, right? And of course you know the organization.
Yes.
Organizer.
Yeah.
What's the goal for the next 5 years for this program?
For this program, so you would have to ask Zoe, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's all about just really creating a healthy environment for cannabis in Delaware. You
That's
know,
it.
but I would say that's from my point of view. But if you want to get more in depth, I would ask Zoe. Ask
All right,
Zoe.
we're gonna
for-
get Zoe on hand. Hopefully she can talk
Yes.
to us. She a little busy right now.
She is
but-
busy. Yes,
So,
she is.
Is anything else you want to let the people know about?
Just remember, like, my whole brand is called Joyous Power, right? And you can find me on like Instagram and stuff, Joyous Power on Facebook and stuff. But like at the end of the day, you know, it's just like it sounds so cliche, but like life really is like what you make it, you know. And just changing one perspective a day can change your whole life.
All right,
Yes.
man. Your top in, man. Your whole link gonna be in the description
Yes.
too, right?
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, we still here, man. Everybody done eating. It seems like everybody leaving right now, right?
Looks that way. Or
It seems like
downstairs.
Oh, they went downstairs. You're right. There's a party going on downstairs. But look, I'm here with Mr. Michael, right?
That's right.
How you doing, man?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you was at the Ronnie Square?
Yeah, for a little bit anyway.
A little bit. So what's your organization name?
I'm with I'm board of directors for the Coalition of Medical Marijuana in New Jersey.
In New Jersey? What part?
Yeah.
All Jersey or just?
All of Jersey. We're out of our offices are in Trenton.
In Trenton, New Jersey?
In the capital. And yeah, we started it back with 21 years ago.
21 years? Wow. That's
Yeah.
a long time. So what's the idea behind it? Like,
With us was making sure that the patients have access to medicinal weed. They've been, again, 21 years at it. I was fortunate enough to be the first person to give testimony for the Medical Marijuana Act back in 2009, in June back then. And we then moved forward in getting medical legalized in 2010. And then we had 8 years of the opposition administration making it as inaccessible as possible for patients to have access to it. And we're still paying for it today, which is the highest prices in the country for weed.
oh wow.
Yeah, and patients have been paying through the nose now for over a decade in New Jersey.
Oh, wow. So what got you down to Delaware though? Because this
Well-
event is in Delaware.
Yes, we've been supporting Delaware now for several years. Coming down here with Zoe, not just for repeal day like today. This is not my first repeal day down here with Delaware Normal. And we also come down, we get invited down for weed stock every year.
Every year. So you're connected? Is it like, even though...
Yeah, we talk to each other.
Because you're fighting for the same goals, right?
It's a community.
It's a little community. So in the next 5 years, where you see this organization in Delaware going to be in?
Well, in Delaware, anything with normal, it's up to the advocates that work there in that chapter. This chapter is responsible for its own maintenance and growth of that little miniature thing. We've been having difficulty with our chapters in New Jersey for a while now. But over the next 5 years, especially with legalization knocking at the door right here, with New Jersey, we legalized in 2020. First sales were 4/20/22. So that was 2 years ago. And by the end of this year, we'll have a $1 billion market.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Grow up fast.
So that's also adult use as well.
So is there anything else you want for the government to pass or any
Oh,
laws?
yeah.
Like what?
Some of the problems that you have is once legalization happens, it's not done. This is the beginning of your work with medical, not just only working on lowering the prices, but having, New Jersey is one of the few states that are an outlier where it's legal. Each of us can have an ounce on us, yet we're not allowed to have one plant.
Oh wow.
If you're growing,
you want a homegrown.
If you're homegrown in New Jersey, it's a felony.
Oh wow.
3 to 5 years, $25,000, 1 to 10 plants.
What do you think that is though? It's like it's because it's not regulated. If you grow it at home, like what you can't grow it at home. You cannot grow it at home.
It's a felony.
Why the government won't make that legal? Like,
well, we've been fighting that for a couple of decades, and they won't tell us.
No,
that's part of stonewalling. There's a bill, more than one bill for home grow has been put up, and the Senate leadership will not let it be heard on the floor. So if numbers not called up, no one can hear it. Nothing happens. It dies in the dark. So that's how bills die.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing that for a while up there. So getting home grow is one thing, but we're also trying to get institutionalized coverage where I've been a patient now since the beginning. So 13 years as a patient in New Jersey, yet if I go into the hospital tonight, they won't have any access to my cannabis.
Oh wow.
You know, you have to bring in your gummies or tinctures, and they still won't let you have it.
That's
So
crazy.
they think it's smoking all the time, and they're afraid of losing their federal status, which in the legalization state doesn't happen. But I'm not a lawyer, so I won't go down that rabbit hole.
So compared to Colorado, right? Colorado was the first state to make everything legal, right? They got a homegrown law.
Historically, California is the first to go with medical legal. Colorado went with recreational before everybody, and now that may be the one thing that I can see where our current Senate president had gone out on a junket to Colorado in the very beginning of their legalization, and their homegrown in the beginning was 99 plants per patient.
99. Wow.
And so if you had more than one patient in the household, all of a sudden you got a few hundred plants, and there's no way to regulate it. It's going right out the back door. It's going everywhere. When he was out there, that's what was going on. Now, Colorado fixed that within 6 months. You know, they got it down under control. Patients are still allowed to grow out there, but it's not an uncontrolled number anymore.
Can't have every single.
Can't have 99 anymore.
Yeah.
Less.
But so what's happened is now, so you got the Senate president coming back to New Jersey. He's never going back to Colorado to see how they fixed it. He just saw the mess when he was out there. And that's what he thinks would happen here, that it would be a mess.
So, all right. So, looking at the law in Delaware and Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Can you forecast homegrown marijuana in the future?
Yeah. We're focusing on it right now in New Jersey.
Yeah, but do you see the forecast? Like, do you see
forecasting?
Yeah.
I've been... It's been a couple decades I've been doing this in New Jersey, so I hate to, I can't guess them. It's someone else that's not letting me see their playbook. Once we get a bill up, we can get it going very quickly. It's another auxiliary part of the industry, and whether we legalize it or not, people are still growing. It's like when you overregulate, especially like New Jersey has, the black market just grows. The legacy market, however you want to phrase it, is like giving them steroids. It just blows up, gets stronger and stronger. It's a great community.
All right. So, how you like the organizer in Delaware so far?
It's always been good down here.
It's always been good, right? It seems like they did a pretty good job putting this event together.
Oh yeah, especially tonight.
A lot of people turning out to support. You know what I mean? Thank you for talking to me. But any last word to the people?
Me. No. Make sure you tell your legislator, legalize this stuff.
Go ahead, man.
No one should be arrested for it.
No.
And right now, it's December 24. Tell Biden to free his pot prisoners that he promised he would do. There's still thousands of people sitting in jail for nothing better than being busted for weed that's being sold right now in the whole Northeast is legalized. And he just pardoned his kid.
All right, can you give them your information so if they want to reach you?
I'm Mike Brennan. I'm with the Coalition for Medical Marijuana in New Jersey, cmnj.org. We meet every second Tuesday of each month, 7 to 9 on Zoom. Send us an email at info@cmnj.org.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, we still here, man.
Yeah.
How was the event?
It was great, man, you know.
You agree? You had a good time?
It's always a good time when you're trying to fight for a cause, you know?
Trying to fight for a cause, all right?
Fight for a cause.
All right, let me go ahead and introduce you, buddy. This is J Fix, man.
Yeah, man.
You got
I see you, man. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome, man. You have your own organization, right?
Yes.
I seen like everybody got different organizations, but it all came together as one, right? That's how it worked?
I mean, basically, yeah. I ran into them like, you know, I'm a real strong supporter of cannabis. So, you know, that's what I fight for. So, but my entities is Bridge of the Street Radio. I used to have a show on Kiss 101.7. Now I got a podcast called Child Time.
Child Time?
Yeah.
What, based in Delaware, though?
Yeah, it's based in Delaware, man. I just got back from Harlem. I did a show out in Harlem with a guy called Smart Guy. So it'll be airing soon. I'll be linking you up.
Tell them what they
Oh yeah, I mean, Child Time podcast is basically a good conversation over a good plate of food, infused or non-infused, depending on the guest. It's simple like that.
All right. So what's your connection with this organization?
This organization is about.
You good?
Okay. The organization is about. It's about cannabis, man. I'm one of the guys that got arrested over 20 years ago for growing cannabis. So to see where we're coming at now, I like to fight for the cause and make sure we can all smoke the nice flower and enjoy the cannabis in a legal perspective, man. So that's how come I got down with the organization.
It seems like everybody got the same goals, right? Everybody here
it's like a hive.
Yeah, they want a homegrown you know what I mean, cannabis law to pass, right?
Yeah.
Will you think that will ever pass in Delaware?
I think eventually. I mean, like, you know, you can lightly, like, say for instance, if you got your medical card, you can grow a little bit of cannabis.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, yeah, it depends on like what your card says, but I'm pretty sure you grow a little bit of cannabis, but it's not a lot. But yeah, I think I'm waiting for it just to be where they let you grow like tomatoes.
All right.
That's the goal.
So how long you been coming to the organization?
I've been part of the organization probably for like the last between 3 to 5 years.
For 3 to 5 years?
Yeah.
What was the main reason? I know apart from cannabis, but what was the main reason?
I got in trouble 20 years ago for growing cannabis. So when I ran into these people and I loved the cause that they had going on, I got involved. That's pretty much it, man, because I love the flower.
So how you think the movement going so far within Delaware?
I mean, the movement's going as fast as it can. You know, when it comes to legislation and things of that nature, it's a slow turtle race. But you know, we coming pretty far, man. I mean, we can smoke it. We got recreational, you know, but we have to stop putting stigma on the cannabis. You know what I mean? It's really a medicine.
It's a medicine, wow.
Yeah. 95% of the time, the people that's smoking it don't know they're smoking it probably for an ailment, but it soothes them, right? So yeah, so that's how we gotta look at it.
See, my last guest on here, right? He said he got medical marijuana, right? But when you go into the emergency room, the hospital, you're not allowed to take that. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, my thought on that is that's the problem. That goes back to the stigma, not recognizing, like the world not recognize that cannabis is a medicine. You know what I mean? And that's you know, not everybody needs to take pills. Cannabis does
they'll help you a lot.
So the hospital, you know, eventually, it's like I said, it's a turtle race. You know what I mean? But eventually, I think it'll be recognized. It's slowly being recognized as we keep pushing forward.
All right. So can you tell my people what's coming to affect you, positive effect you get when smoking cannabis?
I mean, I've been smoking cannabis for a long time, so my effects is it soothes me. It depends. I mean, like, it depends. Like, you know, if you're not aware of cannabis is so many thousands of strains out there. So you got some strains. It's like if you're feeling like you want an energized day, then you know what I mean. You get an energy strain. If you want a day of like just chilling. You got different moods of strains. So to me, it depends on what you're looking for and what you like to smoke. My favorite strains is Purple Haze and either Sour
Purple
Diesel.
Haze. Sour Diesel, that's an old school name though.
Those are old school. That's how old I am.
They got whole different.
Yeah. They got a whole bunch of names, but I stick to the basics.
All right, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So you originally from Delaware though?
I'm originally from Delaware.
Hey man, we're in Delaware. Hey, shout out to Delaware. But look, any last word you want to say to the people and how they can reach you and all this stuff?
If you want to check me out, I'm not a big social media guy, but I'm on Facebook, James Vicks. I'm only one with the newspaper article. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's The Real J Vicks, JVICKS, all one word. The Real J Vicks. So yeah, shout out to y'all and keep fighting for the cannabis.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you. Still here, guys. Interview getting better and better and better. All right. Me, Mr. Tom. How you doing, Mr. Tom?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Welcome to the video.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna talk to them real quick. Every organization have a lawyer, right? You are a lawyer.
Yeah.
So, what's your thought on this organization? Their goals, their purpose.
The goals of this organization?
Yeah.
It's to repeal all the prohibitive cannabis laws in the state of Delaware and promote criminal justice reform in general. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I've been a criminal defense attorney for almost 25 years.
Yeah.
Here in the state of Delaware.
You still Delaware? You still practice? Or?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So your whole career based in Delaware?
Yes.
So how they fall into place, like with your
Well, as criminal defense attorney, I realized that most of the cases and the clients I was representing were charged with drug offenses.
Drug offense.
Yeah, and cannabis has always been, the most popular, offense. And I thought it was like needless policing of people who were just like normal people, and they in the wrong place, at the wrong time. So. Opened my eyes to how big a part of the criminal justice system the drug war was. So I was drawn to this movement in an effort to end the drug war, and I think cannabis is a huge part of it. It has been.
Did you recognize, not recognize, but defend any of these people that came to this program, the organization, or?
There have been people that have been part of this movement who I have represented. I don't talk about it because it's still confidential, but I mean, there are people that have come to this movement through, and I've met them through representation. A lot of people in this movement have been through the system.
All right. So by looking at the laws in Delaware, right, when it comes to cannabis, right, if you look at Colorado, it's pretty much far ahead compared to the East Coast, really. Not just Delaware, but the whole East Coast. So where you see Delaware law going in the next couple of years when it comes to cannabis?
Cannabis legalization. Well, we did just pass adult use. We don't have any stores or dispensaries open, but they'll be open in next year. What I see now is more personal freedoms and more like economic freedoms for the people who have been harmed by the drug war. But specifically moving forward, home cultivation. People should be able to grow the plant, understand the plant, figure out how to cultivate it, care for it, see it, touch it, feel it. There's a benefit to that. Learn about the medicinal properties, learn about the economic value of the plant, and how to get into the industry and meet people that are in the industry that are willing to help. I mean, there's a social justice aspect of this movement that I think is genuine and true, and it runs through the whole entire movement. People helping people. So, I mean, that's what I see. So we're gonna have home cultivation, and keep stripping away the criminal penalties.
Criminal penalties.
Yeah, like with possession limits and with being able to smoke in public places, having lounges in Delaware, having permits or licenses to have like small craft events, kind of like you pull an alcohol permit or something like that.
Like probationary. I'm gonna ask you this, right? Now, you talk about the criminal part and the business part, right? All the people that were arrested, criminalized for marijuana back in the days, right? Now, the law is getting better, right?
Yeah.
Now, people got more freedom, a little bit more freedom when it comes to the cannabis, right? But what do you say all the the big people will that have the more capital coming in and opening up the little shop around and.
Yeah, we need to try to put the brakes on that for as long as possible, because when you're starting this enterprise, or this industry, you want to give everyone a fair start, right? Everyone starts together.
Yeah, everybody starts together.
And the big corporate guys want to come in here, overtake the market, and they can just price all the little guys out of the market right away, and then control the price, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want big corporate takeover, and you know, that's one of the things counterbalance, you know, with home cultivation and small business license and all that. It promotes that small business.
Yeah.
And I think if you can give away weed, you can grow weed, you can smoke your own weed, and you can do things on a small scale, you don't have to rely on big corporate cannabis.
Right.
You know, if we can get these freedoms, you know, to handle the plant.
All right. So as defender Tony, right? Can you name give me one case that you fought, you realized it wasn't right when it comes to the cannabis, like you defend somebody on? That's staring out to you, like, all right, something going on here.
Are you saying is there one client that I had that drew me to this, or that I made a mistake on?
No, you make a mistake, but the law.
Oh, made a mistake when incarcerated? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
It's plenty more though.
I mean, there's so many. Like I think about it, like, you know, I represented like about 200 people for free during a period before decriminalization, right?
Oh wow.
And like for these offenses, and they were all like, you know, young people, I would say, most part, young people who were just starting out in life, young adults. They weren't kids. Some of them were in school, some of them were working, some of them had a family. But they were all like just normal, regular young people that are starting out in life. And getting arrested and getting jammed up in the criminal justice system is just such like a costly process. I mean, economically, at the moment it's costly, where you got to, you know, hire an attorney, or you got to pay the fines or whatever, or do probation. But like it's the time, like probation, or having to do a forced like drug treatment. Like court-mandated drug treatment for weed is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So it's, you know.
So as the decriminalizing going down, right? People are already being convicted for crime concerning cannabis, right? Would that be changed to like a misdemeanor to like?
There is a process to have all these convictions expunged.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Yeah, and get them wiped off, and that's what we've been fighting for. You know, separate from this, you know, like I said, a lot of this is criminal justice related, so we do other things too, but the Clean Slate Act, you know, will allow for expungements of criminal records. And we have to work on making sure every single cannabis conviction, you know, some of the smaller, like possession charges, you know, can be automatically expunged, but there is a pardon process. We want to get everyone's records clean, you know.
You think that's possible? That's a lot.
I think that like non-violent drug offenses, felony,
non-violent,
right? I mean, like they're non-violent by nature.
Yeah.
Drug offenses are only categorized as violent because of the drug war, you know, 30-year, 40, 50, whatever, you know, however, when we go back to 1970 or the 1980s and 1990s is when it ramped up. But there have been extra penalties put on like minor drug offenses. So they've felonized it. We have to defelonize, decriminalize even those offenses. Like, it's beyond, you know, we need to start having a conversation where selling weed, selling small amounts of drugs for personal use isn't that big a deal. We have to start saying that out loud. It's not that big a deal because everyone smokes weed. Don't matter if you're white, black, rich, poor.
You know, everybody.
Everybody smokes, you know, but to criminalize it, to stigmatize it, to say this is bad and like you want to stay away from it, not talk about it. But you're providing everyone, politicians, everyone are, you know, consuming drugs and they're getting it from somewhere. And it's time to stop this. You know, it's a charade where you're going to say it's worse to sell a small amount of drugs than it is to possess a small amount of drugs. So we have to balance that. We have to even out the penalties in the criminal justice system. That's going to take a long time. But I think you could come up with a way, to answer your original question, to identify all the cannabis convictions. And
non-violent,
and even the felonies, especially the felonies, and identify them and have those records, you know, wiped clean.
All right, man.
And they're figuring out that process right now. So we'll have it in place within a year or so.
All right, Mr. Tom.
All right,
Thank you for talking to me. Can you tell the people how they can reach you if they...
Hey, DelawareCannabis.org.
Delaware, all right.
DelawareCannabis.org. We're DCAN. We're down at Dover at Legislative Hall, lobbying with the elected officials too.
All right, man. He also is an attorney, man. He can represent you. Hit him up. All right?
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, guys, the lady of the hours, Miss Zoe. She's the event organizer, right? So where's the idea came from? I'm gonna ask you.
Well, so we've been doing this for, we started it in 2013 actually, and then COVID, we skipped a year, but this is our 9th annual repeal day. And it came from because it's the repeal of prohibition. It's the 91st repeal of alcohol prohibition. And the history of alcohol prohibition rolls into the history of cannabis prohibition in a very key way. So it's just something that we do to try to, raise awareness, talk about like what's going on, and try to, change laws to stop arrests for cannabis. So.
All right. So how long you been part of the organization from the start, or?
Yeah, so I am a co-founder, along with I think a few other people that you interviewed, including Tom Donovan and some of the people that were at the rally today. And it's a collective, effort with not just my organization, but we have a coalition of organizations that work on this with us. And we've been working on this for a long time. We did accomplish, legalization back in 2023. But it was limited. There were some circumstances with, it's hard to explain, but like a lot of other states legalized through voter initiative, but Delaware doesn't have that. So you have to talk to your lawmakers and get them to introduce a bill, and then you have to, get it through the House and different committees, and then the Senate, and then you have to get the governor to sign it. And in fact, we had a governor veto a legalization bill back in 2022. So it's been a long process that literally is a collective effort between more than 30 organizations and hundreds of people, thousands of people have, contributed to this movement here in Delaware in one way or another over, the collective 13 years of us actively organizing to end cannabis prohibition. And it doesn't end with legalization. Cannabis prohibition doesn't end with legalization. The end of prohibition starts with legalization.
Oh, wow.
And then there's so much more. I mean, you heard us today. We're talking about freeing the prisoners because you can't have people in jail for something that people are now getting rich off of for doing the same exact thing. So, and then there's still people being arrested. There's just so much that we still need to do. We need home cultivation. I mean, I can just go on and on.
Are you good?
But
so you're just based in Delaware, or is other states?
yeah, I mean, we do federal work as well. I mean, more or less, take the lead from the national organizations on federal policy. That's why today we were calling for President Joe Biden to free cannabis prisoners from the Last Prisoner Project. You can check out their work. CannabisClemency.org, I believe, and LastPrisonerProject.org. These are, national organizations that are leading the effort on a federal level. So we do work in Delaware, but we definitely, support the federal efforts
so like
as well.
Teamwork effort. All right. So do you see like Colorado, right? Pretty much legal, right? Colorado, I think. Oregon too?
Yeah, Colorado was 2012, Oregon. There's now 24 states that have legalized for adult use purposes. But each one of those states, including Colorado, has continuously worked on their laws. So they legalized, but then there's been other things. In fact, there was no social equity at all when Colorado legalized, when Oregon legalized, and then Colorado went back and worked on that. But states now, like Delaware, New York, and other states have incorporated that into the laws before they pass, learning lessons from the states that have done it before that. But they continue to work on laws too. In fact, legal cannabis lounges in Colorado, where you can legally smoke in a cannabis lounge, wasn't legalized until just 2 years ago.
Wow. So how far Delaware from that level when you come to Colorado and stuff like that, being legalized?
I mean, we're at a similar level, except for Colorado's market so much more mature. And I think the biggest difference between Colorado and Delaware is that Colorado is an open market, meaning that anybody can try to get a license and they continue to still license people. That's something that we're working on here in Delaware, because the way they passed it, it's actually right now, the implementation is a limited license market, meaning only a set amount of licenses are available, and that's just not how this plant needs to be legalized. That's not legal, you know, like it needs to be legal like the guy that owns the bar down the street. It needs to be legal like the guy that owns the liquor store, you know, like it needs to be legal where, you know, like anybody can be a part of this and not have to jump through all these barriers to entry and all these hoops, you know? So like, I mean, I think we still have a lot of work to do. There is a possibility through the Cannabis Commissioner to open it up, but it's going to take a lot of work to convince him, I think, unfortunately.
So is any Delaware official, like government-wise level or federal level, that helping your cause on a kind of level from Delaware?
So like Delaware's state representatives and senators, we actually had a state senator at the rally today, Senator Kira Hoffner, and she actually worked with our organization before she was a senator, and then she was a leader within our organization, and then she was elected to office. And she has helped in so many ways because she has conversations that we'll never be able to have with our lawmakers. We're very heavily involved with, you know, lobbying our lawmakers and, you know, educating our policymakers. But her work is instrumental as well. We also had Representative Ed Ozinski, who led this charge. And he had actually sponsored every single piece of cannabis legislation before that too, so the medical bill and some of the medical amendments and stuff, and then he took the lead on legalization. So there are legislators that definitely believe in the cause, but they're up against their colleagues, you know, and there's a lot of moving pieces to it. It becomes very political. That's why we saw a veto in 2022, where Governor John Carney, who's now going to be the mayor of Wilmington, vetoed legalization. And I think that's why we're seeing things in Wilmington where they're going to try to ban legal stores or try to make, you know, extra barriers to entry.
So they're going backward. It seems like
there's a lot of backstepping. The way I've been saying it is it's like one step forward, two steps back. And now we're seeing raids on legal hemp businesses and like CB, you know, like Delta 8, Delta 10, and different, what people think are legal products, and they have certifications that they're hemp products, which are legal nationwide and in Delaware. But now the Delaware Department of Justice is saying, no, it's not legal to sell those products, even though hemp is legal in Delaware. Wow. So like, there's so much work. I mean, we could talk for hours about all the, I mean, it's like a rabbit hole in a million different ways and so many different things that we need to do. That's one of the things.
Well, yeah, we're just about to speak on that. You got a couple flyers.
Yeah.
In there, right? There's one interesting for here. Tell me about that.
This was actually made by our director and one of our attorneys, Adam Wendett. It's our Delaware Smokes design, and it's the Delaware State seal in the shape of the police shield. And actually that number is higher now. That number is actually closer to 200,000 consumers here in the state of Delaware.
Oh, wow. So tell me, what's this right here? Like this?
Well, so we do have, you know, like I said, prohibition doesn't end with legalization, but the end of prohibition starts with legalization, and that's what happened here in Delaware. We have our own repeal day. So we're celebrating the 91st anniversary of alcohol repeal day, but we now have a cannabis repeal day for possession offenses, and that created the market and stuff like that. There also were expungements in that piece of legislation. So repeal day, April 23rd, 2023 was the day that the legalization bill went into effect, and Governor Carney at the time, instead of vetoing it, he just decided not to sign it. So it didn't get signed into law, but it became effective after he declined to take action within a certain amount of days.
Oh, wow. So. You also got your flyer here, right? This your flyer for your organization. This today event, guys. Tell me about it. Like,
sorry.
You got different.
Yeah, so.
You got a lot of sponsors on here too, right?
Yeah, I told you, like it's a collaborative event, you know, a collaborative effort. You know, we don't do this alone. Like, you know, all these different organizations, there's actually some that aren't on there that still contributed, but we didn't have time to put them on the flyer. We had already gotten them printed. But so yeah, we have our sponsors and community partners for our 2024 Repeal Day rally.
A lot of people turned out actually, guys. I came in late. I didn't have time to record the whole, event, but I'm glad I came over here to the after party to talk to a couple people. But it was a pretty nice event put together, man.
Thank you so much. It wasn't just me, you know, like any band, you have to have a singer. I'm the singer. That's the front man, like, gets a lot of attention, but you have a whole band behind you that's doing all the work. You can't do it without them. So just, so grateful. It's been such, a collaborative process over the years.
All right. In the next 5 to 10 years, right, where you see your organization gonna be, and within legalizing P-Road, where you think Delaware gonna be within 5 to 10 years when it comes to that?
So 5-year plan, I mean, is more like, all these different cleanup, like all the things that weren't included in the first bill. We're going to try to push for an open market. We're going to, do all the criminal justice reforms, that we're going to, attempt to do them. That's our plan. That's including home cultivation, increasing possession limits. Alcohol doesn't have a limit for how much you can, possess. So cannabis shouldn't have a limit too, because people are still being arrested for just having a little bit over an ounce, like an ounce. Our neighbors in Maryland have home cultivation, and it's I believe a 2-ounce limit. There's a 6-ounce limit in New Jersey. So why is Delaware just 1, So we have to increase the possession limits. We need home cultivation. Like I said, our neighbors in Maryland can cultivate. And then we need to depenalize public consumption, because a lot of people don't realize we legalize, but to smoke in public, it's still a misdemeanor arrest. And Delaware is actually the only state in the entire country that still has a jail penalty for a first offense public consumption. I mean, a lot of people don't go to jail for it, but it's still on the book.
Hey man, we at the end of this video, guys. I'm at the gas station getting some gas, trying to make it home, all right? But look, if you make it all the way to this point of this video, you already know your family, your citizen, all right? Go ahead and subscribe, all right? But look, government, go ahead and legalize marijuana for these people, all right? Stop locking people up, all right? Thank you. Peace.